Hello everybody and welcome to our Let's Play of Tales of Arise. I'm your casual nerd and last time we freed the palace. We battled a traitor, or rather his invisible Zubel. We brought him down. We learned that Dohalim wasn't as inactive as we thought he was. He actually did some pretty rad shit. Did take care of the rest of the realm, took down the production facility for this Helgen fruits, and yeah, now we'll let this realm be, and we will move on. Dohalim will join us, and Kisara is now gone, so let's see what they say about Kisara being gone.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelit, do you?
No. Nagal entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
Alright, so we basically investigated all of this. We investigated the first floor before, so we can leave the palace now, I think. We're gonna check if some of our weapons are upgradable or if we can smith new weapons. Yeah, if that's the case, I think we can go. So let's see. Okay, so there's the main goal, which is probably meeting up with Kisara again. It's just a hunch from the name. Kisara's ideals. So,
We've reached our destination.
yeah. Okay, so first things first, check if we have some upgradable weapons or new weapons we can craft. So, nope. Alright. So that's that. Do some business, sell some stuff, right. So this is stuff we don't need that one. Alright, and we're gonna buy some more of this stuff. 7. Well, yeah, that's fine. So get some revival items again. Like now we're back to 10, because yeah, we're dropping them like pretty hard. Usually I'm one that just holds his items and never uses them. But since we did like a challenging difficulty, at least for me, and since the amount of items you can have in this game is capped at 15,
yes?
we just use them
In
and
that case, you should depart via
get
the
them
south
out of the way when
rather
we
than the way
have
arrived.
dead people, which happens quite often. Alright, so looks like a cutscene.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother.
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elda Menencia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part. That you fight alongside me. Not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
Alright, so my girl is back with us again. Very good. Would have really been sad if she left us. She's just gorgeous. So, and we get another recipe for gnocchi. For everyone who does not know, it's an Italian dish. It's made from potatoes. It's like small balls of potato. Yeah, tasty. We got some recipe for some fish. And Arthur gets a new title, Comrades in Freedom. And yeah, get a longer over limit, new art, more damage, the counter attack, jumping in the air. So what we definitely want, so I'm not really sure, this gives us art replenishment if we crit. This gives us more crit damage, and again arts replenishment when we crit. So probably gonna do this too, so longer over limit and this new art. Let's see where we go from here. So for her, so we're gonna get this, which makes it harder to interrupt her arts, because she's a healer. That's very useful. What do we have for you? Nothing here seems to be super useful. So we use this one, which is faster charging of magic, because you can charge magic. We have for our boy Law, easier over limit, bonus if he uses his talent, awakening. So I'm probably gonna easier over limit. That seems nice. And longer dodging distance seems also pretty nice. So now Dohalim, what do we have for you? We have 3 emblems for him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arts. Revive, we definitely get a revive. More damage with a boost attack, we don't need to get this because that's the stuff we're using all the time. There's a darkness art, I like that one. And oh, what is this? Lionheart gives an ally a buff, so his arts replenishment gets faster. It's basic attack, it seems. And another art and more crit when he uses the long staff. And for Kisara, what do we have for Kisara? Less damage when she defends, then we take that one. And we have easier over limit or more boost if we kill an enemy. We're trying to boost waves, so okay. So that's nice. We got another chit chat about our girl Kisara. Let's see.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before. But looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elder Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
Alright, and more chatter about Kalzalik's motives, about why he did all the stuff he did. So let's see what they have to say about this.
What was Kalzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense. Enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Yeah, I'm definitely with Shion on this one. Spare us the pity. Don't need that. It's mostly self-indulging and not useful for anyone. So, let's see. So there's an owl here, seems. A hoodle came out. So mostly linear. We can check this area here out. And we're
I think
gonna do
senses
it.
something.
Mahag Sar.
So let's see what's our setup right now. Yeah, then we're gonna put her back in.
That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
I wonder what kind of lord we're gonna find there.
It doesn't matter. If they try to get in our way, we'll take them down in that...
Alright, 2 boars. Let's take them down.
Here I go!
You're finished!
One more! You see this coming?
Gale Force!
Win!
Lunar Collision! If they rush it, you gotta go for cover,
1,
okay?
2, 3.
Let's give it a whirl! Get on in there with the others!
Nothing gets by.
Try harder!
I'll stop it,
Dodge
Char.
this one.
Kisara!
Looking good out there.
Just getting started!
That's the spirit. Your power is a
Alright,
spectacle to behold.
got them down. What do we
Look what
got
I
here?
just
Some potatoes. Alright. So check the walls. What do we find here? Oh, here's some red jasmine. Oh, what's this about? Oh, it gives it's a lot of resistance. A lot of resistance. So let's give this one to Xian
What's this thing?
as our designated healer. Alright, so somewhere here there's probably the owl, because Hoodle is out.
Gotta break through!
Get behind me!
Burn it down!
This one's mine!
I'm not done!
God! Crescent moon! I'll take out the leg, my shield.
Alright.
This one keeps charging us!
You're not comfortable at a range, aren't you?
Shoot him
I'm
down.
not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry. I'll help you
Good
find my
enough. And boost attack. Oh, it was Dohalim. Cross attack.
Any injuries?
Very nice. My, what do we have? I'm definitely looking for it. Comes out here. Oh, here it is. There's the owl. So demonic tail. And yeah.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Strange voice for this owl. So even.
You're mine! It's over! Good done! This one's mine! Eat dirt! Take this! Mirage!
Down. So let's see what this one looks like.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over.
Who said anything about letting up?
Alright. Get in. Boost attack.
Say no more. Shot!
Well done.
My turn! Win!
Alright. Nice one.
Thank goodness we won.
So let's see. I think we got another art for him, right? Didn't we? Yeah, this one. Alright, so gonna see what's the weakness of the
A fish! You saw it too, right?
of the others. Oh, so maybe the fishing now starts.
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
So yeah, we're learning fishing now. So as every JRPG, there's fishing in this game because supposedly a protagonist of this type of game has to fish. So there's fishing spots all over Dana, and we saw a lot of them actually. Use your catch to cook, sell them for gold, and even get new titles. Alright, that's nice. So every time we find a fishing spot, we're gonna fish probably. It's made up of 4 steps. Throw the line out, bait the fish, let the fish bite, and then rail the fish in. Okay, so more information under the fishing controls. So at this point, I think it's a little bit late, but I'm a German, as I said before, and I'm translating this as it goes, and I'm not a educated translator. I'm okay-ish with my English, but translating everything on the fly so that the sense is translated is a bit hard. So I apologize if this sounds a little bit, yeah, like kindergarten English sometimes. Alright, so this fishing now, let's try it out. So, chew.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one.
We will only choose. What spot do we choose? Alright, so throw off with R2. Oh, so it's a rhythm game.
Could it be? I'll let you go this time.
Alright, so gonna try this again. I think I understand. Okay, so you can shake it hard or easy, and you see if
All right. Dagnabbit, it got away.
okay, so we're pressing X, and we're gonna use our
Not my lucky day, I guess.
Alright, so that's not I'm definitely gonna do this until we fish for something. Someone interested, nice.
There we go. I'll let you go this
Okay,
time.
so it seems rather hard to fish. At least it's my opinion. Really trying until we get it.
Could it be?
Press R2.
I'll get you next
Oh,
time.
they just get away. Don't really seem to get it. Let's throw it in here. Someone's liking it, so this rhythm part is actually pretty nice. Love this.
All right. Good fishers always keep their cool.
Huh. Yeah. So if this one doesn't work, we're not doing it. But hey.
Not
Oh,
my
yeah.
lucky day, I guess.
Not getting it. Okay. Gonna stop it now. So I did hope
And that's all there is to it.
we did hope we get
It seems
more
like
of
you need
it,
to have
but
good
no.
reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Viscint. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us. Okay!
Yeah, that sounded wrong. Grabbed my brother's old rod, especially since all this stepsister stuff is really in right now, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, that's fine too. Alright, so there's a fishing expert. Hey, you seem to know how to use a rod. I'm fishing for a while now, and I have pretty good stuff, pretty good gear. I share with you if you want to. I just want one thing in return. I just want you to give me records of every fish you catch. The more you catch, the more gear I will give to you. If you need something, I'm always here. Don't be scared to come and talk to me. Alright. So there's a NPC which rewards us for fishing. Teaches us the basics of fishing and gives us new gear when we catch new fish. Alright. So this is probably a part of the game which I will not dive into that much. Not usually want to just mindlessly grind stuff. I did catch some of the stuff in Trails of Cold Steel. There was fishing too, and super nice one, just quick time events. And I used that everywhere I found a new place, but here it seems a bit tedious. Right, so but there's a new title for Kisara because of the fishing. Easier over limit, new art, earth art, dodge in the air, and a safeguard which keeps us alive with 1 health when we would go down usually. So that's nice. That's nice. Alright, so there's a guy here who needs healing. And that's not a problem because there's a resting place up there. We get a shield. Oh, that's nice. Let's see. Oh, but it's worse than anything we have here. Too bad.
Healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to...
Alright, so here's the resting place.
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Viscint.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Alright, so she stops being a servant. That's a journey, it seems. And there's another chit-chat about flowers.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
So yeah, that's his boost attack. Alright, let's see if there's some weapon for Kisara, because we haven't seen her. And in fact there is, so we can't build anything of this. Nothing here. Oh, but we can do this one, and we shall. So for her, she gets a feathered. Yes. Do this. Do it, do it, do it.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
There's the resting place, so let's take a rest here.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, Law?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Yeah, I definitely have something to say about this, because open backs are sexy as hell, more sexy than cleavage, and I'm gonna fight you if you say otherwise. So yeah, definitely good stuff. Open back, nice. So let's see, can we cook? So let's do something like this, and we get
This should definitely
health
keep you
back
guys
after
full.
we fight. Nice. And there's some talk action, and we're gonna pick Kisara,
Kisara,
of
let's talk for a
course. Of course.
Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Legil wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Legil? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
So that's these directions are pretty cute, and we got tags. So we got something for Law, crowing young man. You can probably guess why this popped up right now. Just an art here, more damage with the counterattack. More damage when we're almost dead, and more damage with boost attacks. Okay, so more damage with boost attacks seems to be good.
Before we go, you guys have everything?
So now, this is where we will probably change realm, or start changing realm. So this is a good point to stop this episode. More like story-centered episode right now. More learning about the characters, learning about where we go. Getting used to Dohalim and Kisara in the group, so that's pretty nice. So next time we're gonna probably push further, probably look a bit more battles, yeah, we're gonna see
Something
just how
feels odd here.
this looks like.
Be on your guard.
All right, so gonna stop it here. Until next time, bye.